Hey folks, check those links below. 80 Pepitone specials coming out today. So click that link and watch it on our YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast recorded in the park with beautiful, beautiful puppy dogs running around, making us feel a little bit happier. And speaking of beautiful puppy dogs, here he is. He's a little sweetie scratching behind his ears, and he'll start kicking his legs. The bitter Buddha himself, it's Eddie Pepitone. Woof. 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 Welcome to Apocalypse Soon. Hey everybody, good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, checkmate. Apocalypse Soon here in the park. Kevy, here we are, another edition of Apocalypse Soon, if you will. And I just flew back yesterday night. My flight, as everybody with the government shutdown, my flight was delayed. Well, what's the laughter about?
Well, I just pictured like a 9-year-old behind the air traffic controllers, or just like they've got nobody in the air traffic. Sorry, government shut down, so I don't know what to do. Good luck up there.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but the government shut down, canceled a lot of flights, and I was like, I'm the type to worry about the canceled flights. Most sane people are like, when the time comes, I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But I like to worry in advance.
What if?
And sure enough, one of my flights, a connecting flight, and it got delayed a couple hours. But I'm here, got up very early. I'm promoting my The Collapse on YouTube. It comes out today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And please, folks, I need you, all right? This is not an ask. This is a tell. I need you to watch it on YouTube and to tell everybody, spread the word about Pepitone. Spread the Pepitone word, The Collapse on YouTube. And, I'm doing a lot of other podcasts. Like this morning I did Jimmy Pardo, such a funny guy. I had a lot of fun with Jimmy. And Felipe Esparza, I'm doing on Wednesday night.
Hell yeah.
And I've done a bunch of others that are coming out. Greg Fitzsimmons, the Sklar's. So I've been hitting it a little. I've done some press stuff, and I feel like, okay, let's get this ball rolling.
You promoted it on CNN.
No.
No.
No. I mean, no one knows comedy like CNN. And I'll tell you, that batch of comedians they got. Have you seen them?
No.
No, they do. They have a fucking comedy crew. Like I think Michael Ian Black, Roy Wood Jr. I don't know. They're people we know, but come on, doing comedy for CNN. It's like I had a friend who was doing comedy for Fox News. And I'm like, come on.
Well, wasn't somebody doing it for Al Jazeera or something? There was some guy.
That was me.
Was that you?
I do Al Jazeera. I do Al Jazeera and the Middle East Eye.
I thought we have a guy. We had a guy on forever ago that was he was a Zoom in guy who got his YouTube channel canceled and everything, but I feel like he was working with some organization that was loosely.
Well, these are very amorphous clues for me. You give me clues. He was a guy.
He was white. He had short hair.
Not Jimmy Dore.
I don't know if it was Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, you don't know much. You don't know much. So what happened? What happened, Kevin? What happened?
When?
That's how you talk. You're like, it was hello. Here's a nice doggy.
Hey,
Oh, he
puppers.
sees a squirrel. He sees a squirrel. You see a squirrel? Now, I gave them walnuts, so don't kill them. I don't want to be responsible for their death.
Hey, sweetie.
So what? So I went to Hood River, Oregon.
That's right. And was it
Beautiful place.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful place. An hour drive out of Portland. And here's another thing. I was worried. I'm always worrying, right?
Well, you got to worry preemptively.
And I was worried about driving in the dark up into a rural mountain area. And sure enough, the plane landed. It got dark. Not only that, but it was raining like a motherfucker, and it was foggy.
That's scary. I don't like it.
And I did it, man. And it was. I actually had fun because we never get rain here, even though I understand we're getting rain this.
Oh, it's coming down. It's coming down. The precipitation's on the horizon.
No, have you heard that the rain is?
Oh yeah. I mean, in the winter months.
No, Thursday. I should know better that you wouldn't have known. Thursday, there's something called an atmospheric river heading to LA, and I'm pissed off because I love when it rains here. I love the chaos it creates.
Yes.
You know, I like chaos when it's not centered around me traveling or me in general.
Or any information that you need.
Or any of it. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, you're supposed to get heavy rain, and I'm flying to New Orleans on Thursday, and I'm pissed for two reasons. I'm going to miss the rain here, and is my plane going to get fucked because it's going to be raining heavy?
You better keep thinking about it. You better keep worrying about it. Well, it'll be nice too because if it does get fucked, you'll be like, well, thank God I've been worrying about this whole time.
No, but it was amazing that I was worried so much about the rental and the driving and the rain and the dark, and I was fine.
Yeah.
You know? I was fine. And I got off the highway, and I was like, oh, boy, now we're into the back roads. And you know, in these rural areas, there are many serial killers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you hit an area where there's only, our town consists of only 2,000 people. Well, you can be damn sure you were going to get bludgeoned in something that they call the country store. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, hey, I just ordered a car. What the hell? Somebody coming at you with like a bust of a statue. You know what I mean? Or
the bust murders.
Come on down a bus. We got bus. You want to kill somebody? We got bus. We got 44D. We got 38C. We got a 24B. If it ain't going to kill somebody, it might knock them out. You want to kill somebody, you get the Dolly Parton at 44B.
Come on down, get a training bust for the kids.
Training bus trains serial killers. No, but I mean, the reason I say they come at you with the bust is because I think of bus as blunt, hard objects.
Yeah, it's a very murder mystery, murder object.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what another one is that's very widely used by killers and murderers are fireplace pokers.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep. Well, they're right there. You know, if
they're right there, and they're very swingable. They remind me of people who do a lot of drugs and swing. You know what I mean? The key party people. They're very swingable, the fireplace.
Swingable.
Hey, baby. The fireplace poker is always talking to people like, hey, baby, why don't you kill this guy with me?
Hey, pal, why don't you throw your keys in this bowl? Let's have a good time.
Why don't you throw your keys in the bowl?
You ever go to a wild sex orgy?
The one time I got invited, I had to cancel because of a head cold.
Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer.
Most people would have went, but you know, I didn't want to do it.
I wonder about the amount of gangbangs and orgies that got canceled over COVID. You know?
I understand that there were a lot more actually, because first of all, there were a lot of people who didn't believe in all that shit.
That's true.
You know, but orgies are something that once they're planned, there's a momentum to them that you don't want to break.
Well, a lot of doctors I've heard recommending, psychologically for yourself, if you plan an orgy in the future, your body knows not to get sick. You're like, I got something to do.
That's true. Hello, have you planned an orgy? Yet there's a pandemic. Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Weinstein. Let me tell you something, your body's not going to get sick because an orgy is something that you're looking forward to and your body's immune system knows. You may get sick after the orgy because your body will have said, well, that's over. Now back to my mundane shit life. Orgies are a way to break up a mundane shit life.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, what should I do? Should I go to the game? Should I go to a theater? The big way you do it is schedule an orgy,
It's a great way to meet people, I imagine.
Well, let's hope you don't want to just invite strangers. You want to invite your closest pals.
Yeah, but then you got to see them the next day.
And you tell them to wear Mardi Gras masks. You know what I mean?
Get a little eyes wide shut.
Yeah, eyes wide shut.
Yeah,
Eyes wide.
yeah.
If you haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut, folks, and you plan an orgy, that is the movie to watch, I guess. Because they all have on those masks with the long nose, Cyrano de Bergerac style.
You love a long mask, a long nose mask in an orgy.
You should be fine.
You should be fine.
The
guys with the long nose masks are kind of making a statement that they don't go down. I don't do that.
Well, I mean,
look, I'm wearing the long nose mask.
I don't want to talk about intimate acts that people, that's inappropriate, but I think, anyway, I just think orgies are a way to break up the monotony of, like, if you're in a factory, with the one or two factories that are still running in the United States.
Well, it gives you something to look forward to the weekend, if you're just sitting there pressing, widgets, all day and, watching your friends get their hands crushed once a month or something.
Yes, if you watch your friend get his hand crushed, I think my first thought would be, God, I got to fuck a room full of people.
Oh, yeah. I got to get this from my mind. By the way, I saw some protesters outside of the Hilton.
When? Where was it?
Saturday, in front of the Hilton.
Where? What Hilton? Where? Jesus
You
Christ.
cracked me up, dude.
Why?
It was the one over in
That I want
Hollywood. It was
specifics.
Yes, you're like,
Look,
where was it? What time of
I
day?
said Hilton. What more do you need?
What was the temperature? It's important to know the cross streets for this story.
No. Was it the Beverly Hilton?
No.
Okay, that's the Hilton I think of.
No. This one was right off the highway when you're coming into to Hollywood.
You don't know.
Right by the Hollywood Bowl.
This is what amazes me about you. You give me shit. I need to know the cross streets. But what I find out about you is that you kind of drift through life with not knowing. I don't know where the Hilton is, where it was. I don't know how many hours to Bass Lake.
I don't know how me having an address for this Hilton is going to make the story any better.
But where was it?
It was in Hollywood. It was right by the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. I know that Hilton. That's on Cahuenga.
But you would have gotten out of your car and joined in, buddy, because they were out there with tambourines and drums.
Good. That's what we have to do, folks.
Yes.
We have to unionize. We have to have organized labor start to lead the way. Mass strikes against these billionaire fucks. Supposedly now the government shutdown is going to end. Did you know that?
I did. I heard that. We'll see.
But the reason being is because I think it was 6 or 8 spineless Democrats relented, and they're going to cave in on all of these subsidies for the Affordable Health Care Act.
Yeah.
And so people who are on this shitty plan to begin with are going to get kicked off it. And I don't know what's going. I guess the SNAP food people want to shut down the end, but
Yes.
not at the cost of. Of course, it's the Democrat. It's unbelievable to me.
Well, this kind of shows your altruistic attitude in life, because here you are, a man who's qualified for SAG health benefits this whole time, so you don't even have to worry about this stuff.
No, I don't.
But you
and I'm
still
collecting
worry.
Social Security already.
Wow. And your father's house sold recently. I mean, and yet you're still worried about the little people who can't get the health.
Well, let me tell you something. The people who aren't worried about other people are idiots, because we live in a society. You hear those ambulance engines going.
Yep.
You know, if people are not taken care of around us, if they don't have money, if they don't have health care, if they don't have food, they're going to come after the people who do have it.
Yeah.
And we're the easiest to get to. The billionaires, you can't get to them because they have private guards.
Yeah.
I have one private guard, but he's in a wheelchair, you know, and he's got the Stephen Hawking's voice box thing. And it's not threatening to people when they,
Yes.
you know, he just rides behind me on the street when I'm walking, and he's like, leave him alone.
You better not.
You better not.
Oh, what? What are you going to do about it?
Oh, you'll see. And then he usually gets pushed over. He gets pushed over. I get beat up.
Yeah.
And he apologized. I don't have the heart to fire him.
Sorry.
He's with a firm called Disabled Guards.
Yes. Well,
Disabled Guard Company.
Well, you've been very supportive of the disabled guards, and
I have been.
you know, and they are a little cheaper than a regular guard. So,
My last disabled guard was just a head kept alive in liquid with these electronic things coming out of his head. And he would try to be like somebody watching, like he was essentially a doorbell camera. Hey, something's coming, and I would get up out of bed.
who is it? And he'd go,
I'd
I
get
don't know.
up out of bed, and it would be nothing. There'd be nobody there. He just had gone insane from being in a bucket of water.
He goes, they say, hey, somebody's coming. We go, who is? He goes, I don't know. I go, Jesus Christ. And then somebody's at your front door. Yeah, but what who
Where?
the fuck are they?
What?
And I don't know, sir. I don't know. It's a person. Jesus. You don't know shit, do you, doorbell cam?
What Beverly Hilton is it? Which one? I don't think that's out of line.
It's not. I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time with this dynamic right now.
I'm exhausted.
Well, yeah, dude. You have been on the run. You've been moving.
I was supposed to go to a party tonight. I can't make it. I can't make a party tonight.
A sex party?
My first sex party since the head cold. Yeah.
And you can't make it.
Yeah, it came in a beautiful stationery wild orgy party. It said supermodels for the women.
Ooh.
And plumber types for the men. And that, you know, I got considered, and I made the cut. You had to put in an application many years ago. I had applied for this sex party in 2018.
Did you use your Will and Grace footage of the plumber?
Yeah. So anyway, I was supposed to go, but I can't. I'm too exhausted, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
You know?
I get it.
I mean, I can't get erections either, but I could have been there encouraging others. You know what I mean? Come on, Frank. Give it a whir.
Come on, get after. You would be a great, like, what do they call those guys? Like the pump up guy, like Flava Flav is a classic.
The hype man?
Hype man. You'd be a great hype man at an orgy.
A hype man at an orgy. All right, everybody. Ladies, open those legs. Gentlemen, get out those cocks. Yeehaw! Here we go, everybody. We've all had very, very boring lives. Well, no more tonight. I want everybody to take a sip of this punch, which contains drugs.
Woo! Well, I mean, this day is getting more and more beautiful by the moment.
It really is. It was very warm today, which is weird because I was up in Hood River, and it was like at night it was 45.
Yes. Yeah, it gets cold.
And now it was like 85 degrees today or something.
Yeah. Very warm. I literally was going to grab a sweatshirt, and then I just put it back. I didn't put it on.
Yeah,
because I thought it was going to be cold. Did when you were in Hood River, do you ever take a little stroll through the woods at all?
No. The most I did was I got out. I would get up around noon, and then I would make my way into town with the rental, and I just do shit like I do this in every town. I go into like art stores or stationery stores. I buy journals and pens, and then I go to a coffee shop and write. I was very well prepared for my sets, which was lucky because this is a pretty funny story. This guy emailed the guy running the festival, Bo, his name is, great guy, Bo, who was running the festival, and the guy, Bo, showed me the email, and he goes, look at this fucking email. He goes, this guy says he's your number one fan. I'm coming, And he showed up, and he was just a fucked up guy. I don't know if he was on pills or drugs, or pills or booze, or a combination thereof. And he put him right up front, which was a mistake. And he was kind of menacing the whole show. And he was a big guy. He was there with somebody. And he made the fucking crowd weird. He said he's my number one fan. And, finally, right before I get on, and I had, told Bo, just get him the fuck out of here. And so Bo gets up and he's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for your headliner? You know what? This guy started again. He started again. And Bo said, all right, let's get him out right before he intros me. And then he goes, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Instead of introducing our headliner, and here's the fucking hilarious part of the story. I thought they took him out. I saw them walking him out.
Yeah.
A couple of guys. No, they put him in the back. Now,
What?
Check it out. The reason being is because he goes, and he was with some other guy. He goes, I drove 4 hours from Seattle. I'm not going anywhere. I'll shut this show down.
Holy shit.
So they let him stand in the back. Now, I thought he was gone.
Yes.
So I was talking about it. I had no idea. And I'm glad they didn't tell me because I only talked about him briefly, but I was like, I'm glad we got rid of that lunatic. Everybody applauded it. And they told me that he just talked through my set. He was like my number one fan. And then anyway, the funniest part about it was Bo the next day got an email from him saying, Pepitone sucks. What a one-hit wonder. I was wrong. Anyway, just a lunatic.
What a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Oh, he called me a one-hit wonder.
Wow, man. What was the hit he was referring to?
This was the first kind of lunatic in a while, you know?
Yeah. That's scary. He was a big guy?
Yeah, he was a big guy. Yeah.
And he was with a lady or a man?
His name was...
Hey, I don't know if you want to... I don't know if you want to shout him out too much. But
I don't give a fuck.
Was he with a lady or with another guy?
Another guy.
Another guy.
So anyway, that happened. And you know, when I was up there, I felt the crowd was a little weird. And I wondered if he set this tone, you know, because everybody was aware of him. He wouldn't shut the fuck up.
He would just like adding to stuff?
No, he would just be talking to the guy next to him. But anyway, that was just, I mean, I kind of told the story for the email the next day about, first he's my number one fan.
And then you're a one.
Because a number one fan does not show up to a show fucked out of his mind. Right?
Drove for 4 hours.
That's what he said.
That is so classic. Like, we've had a couple of those people at the store. They're like, they'll walk in. This is my favorite. What a dream. What a dream. What a mecca of comedy. Here I am. Wow. This place
fucked
rules.
out of his bird.
Fucked out of his goddamn mind. They'll sit somewhere.
I mean, it's sad.
They talk. They think they're adding to the show, you know, and then you got to kick them out. And it sucks because they were like, this place is some dream come true. And then you're like, buddy, get the fuck out.
I thought it was hilarious that he got kicked out. I thought he did right before I was going to go on, and all he could talk about was get Eddie on when, and he was constantly warned, you know, during the show.
Drugs, man.
He was like, hey, you can't. But they should have kicked him out immediately.
Well, for a one-hit wonder like yourself, you know, I mean,
he's been in the business 40-odd years with one hit. Imagine I had one joke. Folks, I've gained so much weight lately that when I drop something, I look at it and I go, do I really need that? And the whole crowd goes nuts. It's like me singing... Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah, it's your hit, your Beatles hit. You bow, you leave the stage without doing it. People are like pissed. What the fuck? He didn't do the too much weight bit. This fucking piece of shit. I drove for 4 hours. He didn't even do the wallet tag. He didn't even do the license tag that he usually does on it.
But you know what was interesting about the crowd too? I did 2 nights. Mm-hmm. And I felt this both nights that there were people who fucking loved me. There was this woman in the front row who couldn't stop laughing, and she was cracking me up.
Yeah.
And then there were pockets of people who were very quiet. Do you get that when you go out of town?
Oh, yeah.
I was just unlike if I go to Chicago or where everybody's fucking whacked out laughing, you know. But this was not
I get
like that.
I get it is interesting when you're out there at a non-traditional comedy place or whatever, maybe middle of the country-ish.
Yeah.
You get...
Well, this wasn't in the middle of it. It's just coastal Oregon.
Yeah.
It's rough. People there survive knives in their teeth. You know, they go to... There's hot yoga up there.
Oof. Too hot. Sometimes it gets too hot, especially with this heat wave, you know. The people up there, though, like people in the middle of the country, I've noticed that there's kind of a group of people that will come out that don't know how to be at a comedy show.
Right. You know where I experienced that? First, it was in Utah. A new comedy club in Utah. And it wasn't Wise Guys, which I hear is great. Of course, I wouldn't go to Wise Guys. I go to this club. The owner was awesome, but man, these fucking people,
not good,
that I performed for, wow, that was work that weekend. I don't know, man. Well, you know my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I just don't. You know, I have things that'll make mainstream people laugh, but not really. I'm not a main. I don't even know what it means.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
every time I see you on stage, you're crushing. I mean, you're doing well. It's. I wouldn't. I think you're as good as anybody. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know anybody better than Eddie Pepitone as far as stand up goes.
But you know how it goes when you're in front of people and you're sensing,
Oh yeah,
this isn't going that well. Your confidence starts to tick down, tick,
oh yeah,
tick,
yeah,
tick.
dude. Honestly, watching the reality of you having to deal with that, like dropping confidence, has been helpful for me because that I deal with that all the time. Where I'm just like, right before I go on stage, everybody hates.
How
me.
long have you been doing
like
it?
13 years at this point.
Yeah, 13 years. That, believe it or not, 13 years, which is a good fucking chunk of time. You know, that's still in the nascent stage. It's still, for a comic, it's still young. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm still fully in the
20 years. If you can hit the 20-year mark, you know.
Well, and
you
God
have
willing,
7 more years of hell.
Well,
I'm
God
kidding.
willing, I can get out of this haze of marijuana smoke. But
How are you doing with that?
You know,
you're still
not
getting high.
great. I'm not doing great with it.
Yeah. Well, it's it's hard. You know.
I've been getting. There was 2 nights ago that I got just way too high because
What happened? You usually don't get way too high.
I was at the store. Somebody gave me. I had rolled my own.
I have about
joint.
6 months now.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's
right.
a long time. I can't believe it's
is.
been that long.
It
doesn't
is.
I feel like it was a few weeks ago when you said you were going to quit.
I know. It feels like that too.
Yeah, it's wild. No, but I had rolled my own joint, and I didn't realize that it was like a 54% THC.
What do you mean?
And it was
just strong shit.
Very strong.
Where'd you get it?
I rolled my own, so I bought it from Foothill Wellness Center up in Tahunga, and then I just bought
Those
some
wellness
cones.
centers know how to live.
Oh, they keep.
You want to get well? You want to jerk off 8 times a day? Smoke one of my joints.
Had a great time that night heckling Don Barris, though. That was very fun.
You know, I hadn't watched Don Barris forever, and I did that night.
Yeah.
And I was impressed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there were times where I cringed a little, but I was impressed with how he didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And didn't rush. I'm always impressed by those 2 things. People who don't give a shit about what the audience thinks of them.
Yes.
Which is the state you need to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in it to an extent too. Like, I don't give a shit. But I still do give a shit. But Barris really, he really impressed me with how patient he was before he spoke.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He'll take pauses, man, and it blows me away too because I was watching last night. I was watching him and he was taking a pause after he delivered a line that usually gets a laugh but did not.
And what do you do?
He just sat in it.
Wow.
And no, dude, he was doing so good last night. But he does this thing where he goes, he brings it. I can't remember the way he does it, but he goes, you know, I know if any of you are here for the full show, when they first start this, they say that there's a retarded guy that closes out the end, and I am not retarded. Like, and so he goes into this whole thing, and then people are calling him on the phone. Well, his girlfriend Mary Jane calls him, and he's going, I got these Australians that are giving me shit. I got this group of queens in the booth that won't leave me alone. They were dying. Dude, there was these 4 gay guys in these booths, and they were dying. And he was just crushing. And he goes, they're giving me shit and all this stuff, complaining. And Mary Jane, in her sweet little voice, goes, well, you are the retard that closes the show out. And the whole place,
it was his real girlfriend?
Yeah, the whole place went nuts.
Oh, man. How many people were there?
Oh, I mean, maybe 20.
That's actually big because
the
night I was there, it was like 10.
Yeah.
Including 4 guys from Britain.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I
I had a fucking good time watching, even though I think I watched it. How long does he go?
It varies. I've seen him do an hour 20. I've seen him do 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So whatever he's feeling.
Yeah, if it's
I
going
left
well.
after about 15, 20 minutes. I couldn't
Yeah.
see staying there more than half hour.
Yeah. It's fun, especially if you're working there. You got to be there anyway, and then you go in there and it's
kind of
great.
It's kind of ooh, I like that. Oh, that's a squirrel, I think. I think it's a bird, but it's a squirrel. But I kind of like the fact that all the guys who work there get into it, the
Yes.
door guys, and it sounds like a real communal thing for you guys.
Bruce used to do this thing where he would tell a joke. He would basically tell
Bruce Gray?
Yeah, he would tell the classic Polak joke, but he would talk about his father, who was Polish, who died in a tragic light bulb changing accident. And he goes through this long thing with Don
That's
back
very
and forth.
funny.
Yeah, and it's
With Don?
yeah, with Don at the end, and because he'll be like, Don, I know my father died in a horrible light bulb screwing accident, and so it's this long thing that's based on how many Polish people does it take to screw in a
Very
light bulb.
funny.
But yeah, I really enjoy the dynamic there for that type of stuff. I've been going in and out of it, man, emotionally.
What do you mean?
I've been really going in and out of it. You know how, like, I've got a voice in my head, I've got a psychology in my mind that is very, that is very much negative about
what?
my talent, my ability, my character, everything. I'm just very negative.
Has that gotten more intense lately? Like, or is it always there?
So it's gotten more intense lately. I've been able to. I'm not bipolar. I'm definitely not bipolar, but I can relate to.
But I can play one on TV.
That's right. I could definitely play one on TV. I'm 44. I could play bipolar. But I go through these things where I'll get these heavy depressions.
Ooh.
And I have to.
How often does that happen?
I would say
heavy depression.
probably. I would say.
Got to be careful with that because there's a certain level.
Oh yeah.
To depression where if it's really dark and really bleak, you may want to seek.
Oh yeah.
Some kind of.
I have.
Help, or be put on meds.
I'm on the meds.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah, I'm on a SSRI. I have been for a while.
What is it? Which one?
Estelopram. It's
Estelopram, I believe, has been just signaled out by the Lancet Medical Journal as causing more problems than it solves.
Is that true?
No.
I was like,
I was trying to think of something
he might
funny.
actually know about this.
I was trying to think of something funny, but I couldn't think of it.
It's making my penis smaller, but your depression will go away. Your penis will get chopped in half. But I do get those things where I start getting those, they talk about, do you ever think about suicide and stuff like that? And I get those thoughts where I'm just like, yeah, nobody likes you. It'd be better off, if you just could quit.
No, I'm
everything.
just wondering what's triggering it.
Well, what is triggering it is lack of success, I think. The lack of success.
No, but maybe you're coming down from this high of getting hired by the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Because you were very high about that.
I was. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Also, you got to watch Weed. I mean,
yeah.
Weed is a euphoric type thing, but then there's the crash.
It is a depressant. Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe cut back a little.
No, I definitely should.
I mean, it's really difficult because it's so funny to me that people say that marijuana is not addicting. I totally disagree because to me it was such an emotional addiction.
Yes.
Like, I want to feel good.
Yeah. I want to feel good. I want to be the fun guy. I don't want to think about being sad. Like all the
big
positive
time.
things.
That's what I was realizing, that I would reach for weed when I didn't want to deal with what was going on inside me. And a lot of times it would just be boredom. Like I was bored.
Yeah.
But then you have to kind of analyze, what is what really is boredom? Why am I bored? Why am I not enthusiastic about life today? What you know, and that's a deeper issue.
Yeah.
Boredom is really kind of a way to avoid saying I'm depressed or something like that.
Well, I try to practice gratefulness, and I've got a lot of things to be grateful for in my life, and I have noticed, and this is one of
By
the
the way,
things-
that is a real sign of depression when you start practicing gratefulness.
well,
All these people who have gratitude lists, they are far gone.
Well, I remember one time when we were at the studio at Fanico, we were doing a guided meditation or whatever, and I was telling you beforehand, like, hey, we should do this because I've been listening to some guided meditations, and you're like, wait, what? And I'm like, I've been listening to some guided meditations, some affirmation videos.
Oh, is this when they were born? The guided meditations, or you were listening to
I
them?
was listening.
Okay.
I mean, this was early on, but I remember you going, you're listening to affirmations, and I go, yeah, and you're like, oh man, you must be doing rough. And I was like, yeah, sometimes maybe I am doing a little rough.
Well, that was a joke about gratitude, but there's definitely truth in that. People who are drawn to meditation and all the different techniques to feel better are doing it because they have reached a bottom or a point where they're like, I have to try practices, habits of feeling better, Yeah. Exercise, by the way, Kev, that's another one. I mean, I should talk because I have not been exercising,
Well, losing weight has made me feel a little bit better. And, when
you should.
When I put effort in, I feel good. It's those things like, I don't know if you have this where, it's like the little, and not a literal voice, but like a little voice in my head thing, kind of where it's just like, you're talking about boredom or whatever, where I'll be bored or whatever, and I'll play a video game, I'll do this thing, or I'll smoke, and then in my head, I'm going, oh, so you're completely satisfied with your stand-up, and so that's okay. So you don't have anything to work on. Or, well, yeah, you're. And then I go, wow, what a piece of shit.
Let me tell you something. That's tough because, and I'm the black belt in this. That is you attacking yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Being unkind to yourself, and to root that out is not fucking easy, No. And the only way you can do it is to see it, to catch it. When that voice comes in, you catch it and just observe that voice. Like, kind of, this is easier said than done, but kind of detach from it. Like, just look at that voice that says, "Oh, so you're all good, huh?"
Yeah.
And realize that's not really you.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't. You know what I mean?
Oh, I recognize that very well, and it's
Where does it come from? Your dad, your mom?
I don't know.
The church? I don't know.
I think it's a little bit from the church. It's a little bit from my dad, but not directly. It's more like I've always felt this kind of internal judgment of myself, and
you must have got it from because the fucking I don't know, but in the Christianity stuff, it's based on guilt, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sin.
Well, I read books that literally explained the whole message was you need Jesus because you're a sinner, and
that's what I mean.
And there.
So the bottom line is, this is the part of the podcast where we take off our sunglasses. The bottom line is when you're a sinner, right? Which, by the way, is the opposite of what Jesus was about. And the definition is sin. But you are not, you're fine. What the real Christ would say is that you are beautiful.
Yeah.
You are a child of God.
Right.
You are perfect as is, and you're human. You're human. You're flawed. We're all flawed. Nobody, that's a big one, nobody's going to be perfect. And we have this perfection thing. You know, like, oh, I can't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Or I can't stumble. I can't, you know, that's the opposite way of health, mental health.
Yeah, I mean the message of the Bible, because it is so fucked, because the true message is forgiveness and grace, you know, and I do think that the metaphor of a lot of those messages, of a lot of religious messages, is forgiveness and grace of yourself, and you know, to live, you know, not to sit in your failures constantly, and to, you know, realize you can go
right,
forward.
but that whole thing of you're a sinner.
Yes.
You shouldn't have done that.
Well,
you
that's
know,
why it's fucked.
You
Yeah.
can't master. I mean, that real.
It gets convoluted, because I think the message gets completely lost in the whole thing, and religious people just get in competition.
By the way, welcome to Sunrise Semester. Today, our guest is Eddie Pepitone and Kevin Tinkin. I'm your host, Lou. No last name, just Lou.
Like Cher.
I'm under the Witness Protection Program, but I have been saved. I have been saved, but I'm under the Witness Protection Program, and I am protected by God. This is the God Witness Protection Program. Welcome. But yeah, it's tricky, man, I'll tell you. I got to say, and this isn't because, you know, you'll stop smoking when you're ready, you'll cut back when you're ready, but I couldn't do any of those practices when I was smoking.
Yeah.
Because my mind, when I'm high, is just like, oh,
Yeah.
and I can't.
See, I fight.
What do you fight?
Because I have those thoughts and those emotions, very negative, and like I said, like, you know, sometimes
The pot kind of quells them.
it will quell them a little bit, but it also, the anxiety, it does happen sometimes. So it's like, it's all over. But the fighting, meaning that I'll have a voice that's like, God, yeah, nobody does like you. Kind of suck. You've been putting a lot of effort into this, and it really hasn't paid off. You probably should just end it all. And I'll have to literally be like, shut the fuck up, you know, in my mind. Like, shut the fuck up. Everybody, like, you know, I have to like fight it actively.
I see.
Sometimes. So it's like, and like I said, it's not a literal voice. It's not I'm not literally hearing voices. It's thoughts. You know, it's those things.
Yeah.
I'm even paranoid now. I'm like, look, I'm not hearing literal voices.
People are listening and watching going, we have to help Tinkin.
Well, that's the thing, too. It's because, like, you know, I'm going through all this stuff, and then somebody, you know, and then we get in the pod, and you'll be like, these motherfuckers in ICE, can you believe this shit?
Yeah.
And I'm going, I've been looking at a loaded gun for the last 6 hours, Eddie. You know, like, you know, I'm like, and you're like, these motherfuckers in power need, and I'm going, hey, look, I'm not sure, you know. So it's always like those things, too, where it's this big thing, and then my own little egotistical bullshit.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, coming out to the park, as stressful as like producing a podcast is, just on the whole, on base as just an act of creativity.
Yeah.
I relax coming out here. I'm coming out to the park with
it is really
my
nice
favorite
out here,
comedian,
and
Eddie Pepitone.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. It is nice out here, and I'm so glad no one wants us indoors.
Madrigal we really thought we were coming back.
I thought it was a done deal.
He's such a nice guy.
I know.
I saw him two nights ago. He was doing a benefit, and it was the smallest little thing. It was just hey, you know, so hey, you know, but it was like this little, hey man, hey, don't even. It's but like.
Yeah.
We're kind of looking for guys that are bringing in 25,000, 30,000 a week here.
whatever. But this is this is kind of fun doing it this way.
Yeah, and there is,
You know?
we don't have to. It's just me and you, so we don't have to worry about scheduling if it has to be last minute and all that stuff. It's got its benefits.
It does have its benefits and its drawbacks because we don't have guests and we don't boost up.
Yeah.
Our listeners.
Yep. By the way, I have two guys that work at the store, very funny comics that want to be guests.
Come on. Okay, we'll have them on because I think it's just interesting to see the three-way dynamic.
Yes. Yeah. I was
because it
thinking
changes
that too.
things.
It does. It does. Yeah. It's this
And
podcast is very fluid. As far as the type of things that we do, depending
and we
on who's
could
on.
fucking mix it up ourselves. I mean, we could fucking do this in different locales, on the street.
Yeah.
We just have to, and I'm speaking to myself more than anything. We just have to get out of the being lazy, and it's so easy to just set up and come here.
Yeah.
But how great would it be if we just walked, with the camera and mic and just, folks, can we ask you a question?
Little man on the street action. Well,
whatever it is, or set up by a Starbucks over here and just kind of fuck around.
Yeah. Remember, we did a couple at the Starbucks.
We did?
Yeah, we did a couple over at the Starbucks. We did one in a parking lot where it's literally me and you leaning up next to a car. And we did one of those, and we did one at a Starbucks.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we did the one at the Starbucks over here where I set up the camera in the parking lot because I remember a car.
I remember that. Yeah.
We've been through a lot here, but I think we're
How many years? We're good now. We're good for today.
We're coming up on 200 episodes, Eddie.
200 episodes.
And so
God, I don't even know if what we're doing is legal anymore.
So we're coming up on we're creeping on 4 years together, buddy.
Holy shit.
Can you believe that?
4?
Yeah. Once a week, 200.
Wow. Pretty cool.
It really is wild how fast shit goes by.
It really does. And were we doing it during the pandemic? No, I was doing from the bunker.
Yeah, we started after the pandemic.
That's right.
Right towards the tail end when we were talking about masks in the beginning.
Right.
Which is so interesting to watch back some of our old ones because we were going through that.
Yeah.
That and just the stuff we were talking about. But I think when we get another producer on here with he'll be able to hold the camera, we can be mobile and all that shit too, so it'll be good, but
all right, well,
I think
folks, we're good.
Folks, please go over to our YouTube if you're listening to this and subscribe to the channel. Eddie's Pepitone is coming out today. The special, The Collapse by Eddie Pepitone, Eddie's 4th official special. And absolutely brilliant. A nice, very sweet intro by Gary Goldman up top. Shot beautifully. Go subscribe over there.
Fine Arts.
And if you love this pod, hey, take a little fucking accountability. God damn it. All right. Why don't you share it with somebody already? You say you love us. But then you don't share us with your friends or family.
Do you really love us?
Do you really? You go over there, eddiepepitone.com for all tour dates. In 3 weeks, the live show is coming up, and that date will be posted at the bottom of this podcast, so you can look at that and get your tickets right there as well.
Belly Room, right?
Belly Room, the live Apocalypse Soon, This Awful Mess. We'll be doing some live sketches as well, some stand-up. And do not miss it. It was a blast. The last one was
really fun.
It was so fun.
And the improv never got back to us.
It did not. You know what? We're gonna have to be very creative because I found out that they do not allow fog machines. And I really like that fog machine on the live one.
Oh, so did I. Oh, look at this guy.
Look at this beautiful
Hello.
Hey,
hello.
We're getting that one.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh,
I can
you're
tell you're
so
friendly.
happy.
I can tell you're friendly. Hi.
Oh, so
you wanted
sweet.
to say hello.
You look like my friend Sweetie.
Oh, that's so cute.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. or doing both to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. And please remember to love yourself.